feel like something you've been past now?
Yeah, I don't think I was, really, maybe last year to finish the year, but I don't think coming into the season I was terribly worried about it. I don't, there's not much fighting in the game anymore. I think I've fought plenty of times. I actually thought I submitted my retirement papers, but they must not have gone through.
Right.
So I'll resubmit those again and see if I can't retire. And, that's not something I want to do.
Looked like your old friend Boyle was trying to kill you last night. What was going on there?
I think he thought I was going after, the guy because he was small or something.
Yeah.
I told him he should know better than that. The young man asked me, and I obliged. So that's what happened there.
Yeah. Do you suspect there's any continuation of that in New Jersey?
No.
Boyle?
No. He texted me after the game. He told me he wanted to come say hi and that he was sorry and that if it was. But if I was mad at him, that he understood.
That's awesome.
No, listen, Brian and I, we're good buddies, and we've hung out a lot, playing together, and away from it. I've spent time at his house in the summer, stuff like that. So, he's a competitive guy, just like I am,
Sure.
and I think that's one of the things that Torch talks about that the game misses is. When we step on the ice, we're there to compete. I'm not gonna try and hurt my friend, but I'm not gonna let up. I'm gonna hit him, and he's gonna hit me. And if he feels like I'm, doing something to one of his teammates he doesn't like, he's gonna step in there. And I think that's one of the other things too. You see fights in practice, stuff like that. Guys are competing. This is an intense sport, and I think you can compete hard and be buddies afterwards. I don't think there's any problem with that, and I have no problem with him stepping up for his teammate. And trust me, if the refs weren't there, we probably would have fought.
Yeah, right.
But we still would have been buddies after the game.
Yeah.
It's just I think that's a little bit old school maybe.
Do you get the sense that your role is just sort of getting bigger and bigger as the season goes along? Here, you're back in the middle now. Feels like things are starting to.
I think it's just depends on the type of game. Where's the game at? Obviously, if we're spending some time in our zone and face-offs and stuff, I'm spending time there, penalty kills and stuff like that. But if we're spending a lot of time power play and offensive zone, then so I think the minutes will fluctuate with just kind of the pace of the game. TV timeouts, he likes to go back to the top of the lineup, as so to speak. So. You just got to be ready, and I think I'm starting to get used to. It was really hard for me to really drop down from minutes. Being used to playing 20 a night, and not that everybody wants to play 20 a night, but you start getting used to how to prepare yourself for your next shift and be ready to go. And so this is the role I've been asked of, and I'm just trying to help the team. And as long as the team's winning and playing well the way we have been the last 4 or 5 games, then perfect by me.
Have you enjoyed playing with Hanny and Nash? It seems like you guys make a pretty good.
Yeah, those guys
combo.
are. Yeah, I think those guys are kind of the same mold as I am. Those guys are guys that are gonna play hard. They're gonna forecheck hard. They're gonna cycle the puck. Defend well, stuff like that. So all the same things as I do. It's not so much like a high risk, high reward offensive guy who's drifts and wants the puck and finds open ice, and you got to constantly be getting him to puck, stuff like that. So it's a little different, and again, more my style.
Doobie, to that point, you play a 200-foot game, but you've been getting quite a few offensive chances of your own. Do you feel that in your game right now?
Yeah, I have. I just, I'd like to finish a few more of them for sure. But, I always say it's about the process. As long as the chances are there, they'll come. So just continue playing well and making sure, obviously, I take care of the bigger responsibility that I have, which is, the defensive side of things and the face-offs and trying to create the energy.